6,608 days. That's how long it's been since the Northwood Timberwolves have taken down the Ashland University Eagles. That amount of days dates all the way back to September 23rd, 2006. I'm Cade Cracas, joined alongside Stephen Struckman, Miles Irvin back at the studio as we get ready for kickoff to commence in just a few minutes. It's the Ashland University Eagles paying host to the Northwood Timberwolves. The Eagles come in today at an overall record of 5-2 on the season, 5-0 undefeated in conference play, while the Timberwolves come in today 4-3 on the season, 2-3 in conference action. Unfortunately, these two sides had different results last week, but Ashland continued in their winning ways.
Ashland coming in to continue their undefeated season so far here in the season. Big win over the Thomas More Saints, 28-3 was your score. The big story there, the defense. 4 interceptions, 2 of them coming off of Miles Martin. He's had 3 on the season so far. Absolutely phenomenal play from him. But as well as on the ground, Orlando Camara, he gets himself 2 touchdowns on the ground. So the passing defense has been a huge part of this defense for the Eagles. And then the rushing attack on the other side of the football is how they're going to beat you in these games.
When you take a look at the other side of things, the Timberwolves last week gave the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers their first win in conference action this season, a nail-biting 27-20 finish, and the Timberwolves fell by 7 points.
Yeah, it was a back-and-forth affair until with 5 seconds left to go in the fourth, Kentucky Wesleyan with a 3-yard touchdown run to seal the victory for the Panthers. Northwood coming into this game, they've won and lost back and forth almost every single week. They're either going to get a winning team or a losing team. And last week they just eked out a loss, but this team is very good. They lose a lot of one-score games when they're losing, and they blow out teams when they do. So be careful for this Timberwolves team. They're going to be strong coming out of the gate here. They're going to want to make a statement against the number 1 team in the conference.
To give more validity to what Stephen said, against Tiffin to kickstart conference action, they only lost by 8 points, 31-23. Then they blew out Lake Erie in Game 2 of conference action, 55-20. Fell to Hillsdale by 1, 14-13, and then beat Thomas More 20-3, and then obviously, like we mentioned, lost to Kentucky Wesleyan 27-20. So they've lost by a singular score in every single loss that they've had this season. Truly showcasing that this Northwood side, while the record says 4-3 overall, 2-3 in conference play, this is a team that on any given day can come out and show out.
Absolutely, and they're looking to do that here today. They want to come into Jack Miller Stadium. They want to make a statement. That long drive from Michigan coming down into Ohio, 2 historic states that love to hate each other, and now they're looking to make a statement here in Division II football. Northwood, they're looking to win here.
Certainly are, as they sit towards the middle pack of the table right now. 2-3 on the season, as I mentioned, 5th in the conference standings. Ashland at number 1 in the conference standing at an overall record of 5-0 in conference play, 5-2 on the season. This team looking to keep this winning streak alive and move it to 6 straight. The question is, can they do it? We'll find out here soon. It's coming up just momentarily on the only voice for Eagle Athletics, 88.9 WRDL. It's week 8 of the 2024 college football season. I'm Cade Cracas, doing alongside Stephen Struckman, Miles Irvin back at the studio as we get ready for these two sides to go toe-to-toe here today. The Eagles trotting out their usuals for the coin toss. It's the likes of Trevor Baczynski, Tony Panunzio, and the rest of that captain core. When I was able to talk to head coach Doug Geiser earlier this week, he said that the big reason why they've had this big of a turnaround, after losing the first 2 games in non-conference action and going on to win 5 straight in conference play, it was those seniors, those captains, those guys who kept the locker room head level and kept everybody within their own reins and trying to avoid any sort of scariness in terms of, are we going to keep winning games? Are we going to shut down and lose the rest of the season? And he's been proud of what his team's been able to do as they now sit 5-2 on the year.
Yeah, and talented teams with the wrong mindset can really struggle throughout the season, and teams that maybe aren't as talented but have the right mindset can really do a lot better and play above their expectations. Ashland coming into this season, they lost their first 2, but they were both 2 nationally ranked teams. The first week was receiving votes by IUP, and then Ferris State, the number 7 ranked team in the country. So, when you're losing to 2 teams that are, top 30 or so in Division II, those are two tough games, obviously. But now you come into conference play, you're playing a lot more.